Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like that. It burns, so give him something worse to kill his head with. Make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Sorry's won't be enough this time. Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action and distract him right now. He's fine, got Lucy on the line, let's get this started. Where's the party tonight? I feel good, nothing weighs me down. I can't believe my luck right now. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Ooh, who needs a job to pay the rent? He's busy. Gotta feel free sometimes, right? What doesn't make you will only make you stronger if you believe what they say. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Baby said that they don't got a future like that. It hurts, so giving something worse to pass the time. Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's
Is it this button right here? Is this the button that you push right here? And then you talk. That how this work? All right, I'm ready. I think. Okay, great. All right. You got this, baby.
Hey, Striga, how's it going, Striga? Well, looking on the daily, these bubbles look kind of green. I like that. I like green bubbles. A lot better than red bubbles. Red bubbles don't taste so good. The green ones, the green apple, that's how you want it. Yeah. Bubbles. Ah. Sad face. Some good deals out there. Look, S&X is at $222. If I just had some free capital cash. Oh, that's lesson number 23, and I think I've been over it 52 times. Dry powder. Put that on the sticky note. More dry powder.
More dry powder, please. May I have some more? Dry powder?
I just can't get enough of that dry powder right now. Striga wants to get some ape. Ape at juicy price? Oh, yes, Bitcoin. Go, baby, go, baby, go. Go, go. I know you can do it. Hate this choppy action in Bitcoin. The only thing worse than this choppy action in Bitcoin is this lagging that I have in my headset, which is driving me absolutely bonkers right now. So excuse me while I turn on my monitors off. Hopefully it sounds okay. Been messing with it, trying to get it straightened out, but this is driving me freaking crazy. And there we go. We want just monitor off, and now I can't hear crap what I sound like. What's that button do? Not a dang thing. One of these days, this will probably all come together just fine. I don't like this. Now I can't really tell if I'm getting too loud or not. So let's take a look. Firstly, yay, Bitcoin. So glad you decided to do what you're supposed to do for a change. Keep going down, baby. Keep going down. Now I just got a short open on some crazy leverage right here, so you better do me good. I want to see you drop like a rock. You hear me? You didn't quite catch me last time. Bitcoin, where you headed, buddy? Can I help you get there? You going to 25.9? You're already at 25.978. There are times when this 1 hour chart will trade like this 1 minute chart. Believe it or not. Definitely the 15 minute, but they are all boring as crap right now. The fun one's the 10-second one. That little guy's got some spring in his action right there. Let me tell you, that one's hard to keep up with. But anyway, before we get on and take a look at Ape, which we will do, just a quick overview. Throw some ideas your way, things I'm looking at here. So I might as well go to the daily. Zoom out on the daily here. So, as you may have heard, Bitcoin took a dump last couple of days. Yes, it is true. I know it's hard to believe. On this gorgeous trend up here, which is basically a channel. This red line that I've got there, right? We broke it, baby. Just broke it. Busted all the way through. Blaming everybody. Blaming poor Elon again. I swear I thought I remember this stuff happening a while back. And mentioning that. But anyway, the ideas that I'm looking at, the biggest thing is, you remember this little kind of makeshift, kind of weird looking head and shoulders pattern we had here? You may call that Adam and Eve, but his dingle dangle doesn't dangle down as long as most of them dangle down to. Coming up a little bit short, but it still played out okay. So it doesn't really matter how long his dingle dangles down if you consider this an Adam and Eve, but I looked at it like an inverted head and shoulders with the, you know, I don't know. Guy had a bad day there, I guess, and got a messed up funky shoulder. But anyway, there's a neckline there, and that's coming in at 25,200 right through there. Let's just say 25,000. But we retested that area back in June 15th. And even though we broke out of this channel, which normally when this happens, I take a measured move and then, you know, get a measured move down somewhere. Which I think I've already done that. Yes. Takes us down to about 18,700. Yeah, we don't really want to see a big drop like that. Well, I mean, it's a yummy place to buy it, but I'd rather see my bags pump. So there is, you know, a normal measure move there. Does not mean that we're going there, but it's a possibility though, right? But this trend line held, and it wicked down to there. We're holding that. So there is that possibility that this trend line will hold. But we're not out of the woods yet. Because I think we might have mentioned this the other day, or yesterday as this was happening. We can also come up, you know, maybe about 29,000 again and get rejected. Maybe not even that far, right? Doesn't even have to be that far. And then make a regular head and shoulders, which has a measured move to, lo and behold, 18,782. Two scenarios leading to the same solution eventually. And doing a bearish retest of this trend line is totally in order, or this breakout area, about 28,160, 28,1, somewhere through there. I might have this drawn up just a little too high. So this 382 area may not make it past that. That's about 28,000. Would make a nice inverted head and shoulders. And the measured move from this peak to here, and the measured move from this drop, or from this peak to the neckline, same thing, same measurement, comes down to 18.8, thereabouts. So there is my prediction. My forecast for the possibilities of Bitcoin. It will either do one of these things, or maybe it'll just go straight to zero, as often predicted. Never exemplified. But we shall see. Grizz is in the house, man. Hey, what's up, Grizz? Gas fee was like $2 and boom, it went straight back up. Gas fee was cheap if it was $2. Let's move on. Oh, I gotta take a picture of this. I want to document this. Tis my forecast for, I guess, the next couple of months. It won't take it that long to freaking play out. But rather than this so shaky down there, a shake coming on down to whatever. A lot of people eyeballing 21. I mean, just your basic support and resistance areas. Definitely, they will definitely come into play if we so go down there. But I'm expecting to bounce here. I'm in a short now at the moment. And I don't know how long that this will last. Well, the pattern that we got playing out here, and we've seen it before, right? And I like this one. We have a big drop down here, kind of like I think it's technically a V-shaped recovery. But then we come out and then we do something else. It may be like an album or something. But anyway, we go up, wicking up, and then we start leveling out, and then we start, either falling wedge or some kind of falling structure there, which normally break to the upside. So that's the one thing we got going for us. And to me, this looks like one of those stiletto high heels. And we looked at that a few times on the show, and they've successfully break to the upside. So I think we may have touched a support level. It's definitely a support level, 25. If we can flip this into support, so we do need a candle to come back down and touch this. Hey, make sure that's solid ground that we can stand on. And if it is, we get a bounce up, and then we got a little upside for that retest. Back of this trend line. And that move, I mean, that's a good little 10% move, right? With some leverage. Because that's how I'm going to play this. That might be just alrighty. So watching Bitcoin carefully, looking for it to come down somewhere in the neighborhood 25,300, maybe all the way. It may wick all the way back down. Usually doesn't have to go all the way back down there, but around 20, low 25s. What I'm playing right now, and then start working on the bounce back up or a retest. Then we can come into our head and I never did take a picture of that. Dang it. Do that real quick, and then we'll go to ApeCoin. Blow you up here, baby. Don't even indicators? Nay. Okay, take a picture, copy. I don't need to download it, just need to copy it. Put this over into the Telegram group under chart room. It's not already set up. I think I'm just going to throw this in the O general section. This is my forecast scenario for Bitcoin. Chris says he's just looking for leverage trades, not liking too much. Yeah, I'm not seeing much of anything. I see some great things to DCA into. There's definitely some cool deals out there if you got the means, or shift some few things around. Not much as far as trading. That's, Bitcoin's been really risky to trade. So, all right, so that's my take on Bitcoin. We're still under the non-moving average. And right now, I want it to be under that non-moving average for a little while. As I short you down, baby. With 100x leverage. Like a true degen. Do not try this at home. Because one of these days it's going to work. All right, let's just move on to all the funner stuff. Total 3, yeah, it's there. What do you want to say about it? We got ApeCoin. We probably should look at Total 3. Daily, hey, got a little bump up. Nice, nice, above the trend line. Nice. Is it going to shape up for us? God, I hope so. But now Total 3, this is on the daily. In a falling wedge with the bear trap. Normally, in normal circumstances, scenario like this and come back into the pattern should shoot it up to the top and hopefully above. I'm all for that. Will it? I don't know. Good. Hope so. That's what I'm banking on. Price is technically still below that pattern though, so we still got to watch this for a couple of days. But if it does come back in this pattern, that'd be great. Long wick indicates that it could have a shot. Maybe. Could also do some weird stuff like this, so don't get your hopes up just yet. It's not confirmed. We're just looking. Moving averages look bitchy. And back to ApeCoin. Because I'm just jumping everywhere, baby. That's what I do. I jump around. I'm an ADD poster child. Good lord, that Ichimoku cloud looks dangerous. I think you might get a better price at this, man. When did I look at this? It's been a minute since I looked at this. Not much has changed, has it? It's been in that big falling wedge forever. All year, basically. Yep, all year long. Just a big old downtrend, man.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope.
Counting those waves. Man, and that actually looked bullish right there, that falling pattern. But Bitcoin had to go and ruin everybody's day for altcoins. Because when Bitcoin ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. So kind of the situation we just looked at with Bitcoin. Now, the price on my candles is beneath there. Even though it's got a positive candle to the upside. Let's switch it over to regular candles and see what they look like. They'll give us some price action underneath there. And so the difference between these is how it determines the closes and everything. Now it tells me the price is closing below there, so I know to look for that. But overall, it's telling me, hey, this candle is a little bit more bullish. So Heikin-Ashi kind of outlines the trend, and it's suggesting that the trend might be changing right here. Breaking back into this pattern, which would be bullish. Although Ichimoku Cloud says, nah, I ain't having none of that. Unless we get this little bee sprout of green. If that's what we see next, it means it's coping with it. I guess. If you have to be my stepsister. So this may be a $1.55, good for Ape, right? Didn't quite hit my target. I had a target at 129.7. Came close, came down to 135-ish. And it doesn't look like it's going to hit that soon. Moving average is what you've got to say, baby. See, if we carry this trend line, let's not get out of this yet. Let's see what the trend lines are trying to reveal to us. Let's cast those bones and
Do it, baby.
you're getting shut. No, I'm not cutting that down anymore. Okay, I'm going to go with this then. So whereas these orange trend lines following channel and this area right here being possibly a possible bear trap, we got just the opposite going on with this fallen wedge, where this would be a bull trap and dropping back into the pattern. So Tricky Dicky right here, it's a conundrum. But we're seeing it stuck right in the middle. Clowns to the left, me, jokers to the right. Stuck right in here, right in the middle with you. Ain't that a way to leave us on the weekend? That's how you want. Ape, are you going up or are you going down? I would expect, with it being a bearish retest of this, this falling wedge, that it hit near, it should just tumble right straight down pretty quick. Instead, we're getting bottoming out signals from our, RSI and stochastics on the daily. MACD's lagging a little bit behind there. So telling me that this one is still kind of holding more weight, and jumping back into this one will hold more weight, in my opinion. Just retesting this area, and I'm looking for it to come back up to around $2. It's sitting at about, $155 right now for Ape. Ichimoku Cloud's got another little story going on. You got to pay attention to him. Normally, I would look at this as being bearish, saying, hey, we're getting ready to get slammed to the bottom. Just saying, it's there. But you got a little bit of divergence right here. So I think that's what we're seeing, that's giving us that lift up there. Keeping my mind. We'll probably need to pay a little bit of closer attention to this one, as she's in the twilight zone. See what the 4 hour can shed for us. 4 hour is bearish, indicating, hey, I might just come down a little bit lower. I don't know. Still kind of testing the waters. There's a little bit of bearish or bullish divergence here, which can give us a push up. Hasn't really done very much. It's still under the non-moving average, and that's what's concerning me, because it's looking like it wants to get rejected there. Price is still under 200, and we got the 50 just hovering right in between the 200 here and this 100. So it's going to be a little while for that one to smooth over and cross. If you were to get a bump up, it would not be probably up to about maybe 170, about 168, and then we would look at coming back down as this little guy starts coming back down too. I say it's likely we can probably come down a little bit. On the shorter term time frames. Unless it's doing its own little high heel shoe thing, Okay, so we are at the 236. Holding that. Yeah, highly likely this little baby's coming down for a little bit. Now, how are we going to measure this from here? Does that make more sense, or from here? Which of you fit better? So I'm going to run with that whole candle right there. Losing support here at the 5. Didn't quite make it up to the 618 there from this big wicks where we started here. Very good chance to come back down to the 382. So I do think about 151 might be a good price. That's another about 3% drop. Possible to come down further, about 145, somewhere through there. Or even to retest 135 area. But generally, eyeballing this area right here as we kind of figure out what's going on with the clouds. It thickens out. 151, I think, is a really good place to target. The cool thing that's going on is the price is down here. I mean, the 9 moving average did cross, and it's just hovering. It's riding long, just shadow diving, or shadow riding right above the 21 now. That's a little bullish, really. Of course, we've got one of those great symmetrical triangles, which God love them, because I don't. So whenever I generally kind of do analysis on the symmetrical triangle, best thing that I can tell you is to treat it like a range. Because that little sucker goes cray cray. Where are you, man? Here, right? And how far down of a range? I mean, right now I'd bring it down to this candle. But there's a lot to play with that big wick coming down here, right? So generally, you will see these kind of range out in some form or fashion. It may, fill out a rectangle, or it may just do some wild stuff. But don't trust these little boogers. Of course, you can also look at this as being a bear pennant. Don't want to bring it down, but we got to talk about the possibility of that happening. And if we go from wick to wick there to get our measured move, I mean, let's take it all, baby. Just get it over with. Because we're going to have to see something soon. This symmetrical triangle is kind of at its peak right now. Where's a cup in handy? But if it breaks down, I mean, what do you think about getting down to like $1.20? That's a pretty yummy area, but gosh, what's got to happen? So if I got to give you a bad target or a funky target, and this at a -2.7 area, oh boy, and between the 1.27 and the 4.14.
Put your left foot out.
This is on the 1 hour. Here's the baby. Let's go left, young man. Go left and see what we got in the history here. On the way down just about $1. To the left, nothing to support it in between. Ichimoku Cloud says, this may happen. There's also measure mood just from the channel itself. Losing that channel bring us down. Oh, I've got $1.07. Gosh, this sounds bearish, doesn't it? So if we can't make it back up into this little orange channel here, I mean, we can expect that. We are underneath the trend line, so it can range. We were talking about it on the smaller time frame. On the daily, we can see that trend line, but coming back on the smaller ones. It can definitely range in through here. Ichimoku Cloud is getting kind of thick, though. That might kind of pull it toward it a little bit. That would be great to pull it back into this pattern. If we see it come back into the pattern, count this idea out, and that could be very bullish to push us to the upside. Where am I? I'm on the 2 hour here. 1 hour. I'm switching between time frames. 2 hour just got the bearish cross, the 50 cross in the 200. That's we call it a death cross. It's just bearish. We consider that, but on other time frames we you know, it comes at different times. It has got a chance to come back and make like this Hail Mary comeback. It does. If we see that happen, and this wick may lend to that. So you just have to watch, and we have to see what's happening here. But if it comes down to any of these levels, man, there's some juicy buys. Might be some definitely nice shorts through there if something like that plays out. That's a good 22% drop there until that freaky measure moves 30%. I don't think we make it that far. And if we go the other way, break back into the pattern, we got a nice, you know, up to 30% move that way. Audience to watch there. Those triangular cups and handles, I know, they're everywhere, aren't they? Some people just have a special eye to find them all the time. They're special, I tell you. Oh, I gotta back up in the chat here. Hey, Chef, what's up now, man? Chef says Mexi ain't right no more. I do like it. I like the setup of it, man. I like the tools at Mexi a lot. They give me a lot of helpful information that I wish I got from all these other exchanges. They help track stuff. Makes it a lot easier. So cool. But that's just a platform and the interface. I'm sure there are issues on how things function. Oh, and Chef says he really liked the platform until the last update. Chef's got PIAS. I got some of that too. Not a lot, but so PIAS hit a low today. That's what my little lottery plays right there. Heard Charting Crypto mention that. And I don't know. I liked it. I like that rounding shape there. I do like that. Look, it's a handle. Oh, we've already got a setup. Hey, let's check this out. From back here. See how well that played out? Hit every dang target on there. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Well, that was my buy zone. How well did we do? I just drag that straight on out. We're still in my buy zone. Gosh, how far did you dip below my buy zone then? Well. Okay, so let's clear this. When was this? July? Bias, what are you doing now? I like this little formation you got going on. Gets 3 little humps there and see if we can get taken off to the upside. It may be Head and Shoulders. I'm picky when it comes to Head and Shoulders. I'm real picky about that neckline and candle closes. I mean, there's a possibility. A complex inverted Head and Shoulders, which means we'll probably have a lot of little shoulders over here on the right side. That's the scenario. So ups and downs. Could be a little range to play. What kind of range are we looking at? Oh, about a 50 to 60% range. I mean, all together it would be, that's 100% range. This low to that wick right here. Okay, Pias. I didn't think of you as a trading coin, but you had some nice potential there. Let's say an average area of about 1064. Got a nice 100% range there up to the top of this wick at about 21,486, I think. There's 4 zeros before all this. 0.000021. So I like that range. So for the skilled person, plans are this and knows what they're doing, there's a lot of opportunity there. Or the person in hindsight just wants to, be the backseat driver. That's what I'm doing right now. I mean, there was 1, 2 if you go up and down. I don't know if you can short this or not, but 2, 3, 4. Four really good chances right there to flip it 100%. So I want to keep my eye on you for a ranger, for a trading coin. I was really just looking for a lottery ticket long-term play, but after seeing this, I may switch my opinions here. So definitely could see it coming down to about, the 1073 area. Quite possible. We are above the 9 moving average on the 3-day there. We're not on the daily. Ichimoku Cloud is a lot of people call that a chubby. So we did wick down to 786. Finding support at the 618. That's interesting. Good. Make it a nice little bounce to the upside from here. That would be cool. 21's got to bounce over that 50 to make that happen. Could see that. Needs a nice little boost though. Draw us back into this cloud. May get to play inside this range a little bit more, maybe. I was originally looking more of it coming back and kind of mirroring what we kind of saw here. But right now, it's got a lot of support right there. May not see that drop. What say ye, indicators? Oh, hell, they don't know. They ain't got a clue. They don't even look right on this thing, huh? Ichimoku Cloud over here suggests a bounce up. I'm just going to throw that out there. Best place I can get a reading here is about on the 12-hour. And we got money flow coming to the upside. Stochastics down, getting ready to pop to the upside. Is that a trigger wave? I don't think that necessarily qualify for a trigger wave. I think this one would have. Maybe. But it should be looking for a green dot to pop up there. Everything was doing what it should be doing in layman's term. Nice little bounce going here on the RSI on the 12-hour. It's interesting. Nice. Could be getting a move up there. Signs pointing to getting a bounce out this 50 moving average and 100 and starting to go to the upside, even though the 9 did cross the 21. They'll talk about it in the bathroom and they'll make up and then everything will be just fine. They'll work it out. P.S. Jeez. Didn't mean to scream that in your ear. P.S. P.S. and I just want to say a bowl of cornflakes for some reason. I don't know why.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, Pia's only spot holding. I think I threw like, I think of like $60 something into it or something. I think I sold a little bit of it because it did go up. Yeah, when it went up, yeah, just recently it was hitting some high numbers. I can't remember if it was this one or this one, but I took a little bit of profit there. Not a whole lot, just trimmed a little bit, but something else that was eyeballing. But I'm gonna keep my eye on this one. I think I may start trading this one a little bit more. Looking at it more as a trader. Try to double up some of these bags or flip a few things, baby. So Floki 2.0, how you doing, baby? Never can see it good on this chart. This is the 4-hour. Flat, 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 flat. Have to stretch this baby up. Oh, I got Bollinger Bands on there. Ooh, looky there. Broke through the Bollinger Band. Well, the first rule is you don't sell. The absolute worst place to sell is when you're at the bottom of a Bollinger Band. So always good to check the Bollinger Bands. If I'm ever wondering if it's a good time to sell, you go to the bigger time frames, which this one probably won't have it for Floki 2.0. It definitely won't have very much. But going to the daily, and I would see, and if I were at the bottom of these on the daily, they're like, definitely not. And I also like to check the other time frames too. But on the 4 hour, hey, says no, don't sell. Says buy. So let's turn Mr. Bollinger Band off there. Come on, baby. Hey, how you turn? You can't turn you off. Visibility order. Right. Hide. There we go. 4 hours still looks kind of noisy to me for some reason. So broke trend, but is currently above the trend line. So that's interesting. Moving averages. I see a lot of, as long as the 100 is under the 200 like this, it's basically just going to be sideways. So when they ride like that together, they're controlling the weight of the project right here. So, and they're just slow moving. And it's going to take a lot more effort for this 100 to cross above that 200 and go bullish. And we need that push to start seeing those higher things, right? Ain't got it right now. But our 50 is way above the 200, not way above, but it's up a good bit. It'd take a lot to move it down to cross the 200 and make this whole scenario more bearish. So I'm basically just range. And at some point we'll get to some of these, toppier parts of this range. Or I could just tell you it's a cup of Nandy going to the upside. It's hard to get a good let's see, that's my touches there. Wick to that wick. But even now this one's valid too. I mean, we always have to adjust our patterns, but that was the original and broke out of it and back in. These symmetrical type triangles like to just play it out to the very end a lot of times. And very possible. It's interesting here with the 9 or the 21. That's his red line right here. Trying to cross the 200, but the 200 is taking a little dip down too, so it's riding on top of it, not officially crossing. So that's a little bullish. It could actually just bounce and ricochet and turn right around. So it's got the chance for that little Hail Mary to actually get a bounce from here and start coming up and then maybe break back up to the upside. It's got that. RSI kind of supports it. That could happen. It's at the low. I don't have a whole lot of indicators on here. Other ones to go on. But mostly I am just in range, which comes along with this also being a symmetrical triangle too. But it looks like this area of about 2480. It's 4 zeros in front of it. Is a good target for a top range. And right under 1400. It's a good one for a bottom range. And you've got typically a good 40 to almost 80% range to play with there. So you can still see regular candles here. Since we're back in the patterns, it does have a good chance to continue on up. And that would actually, funky looking symmetrical triangle or falling wedge. Sorry, or channel. I think you'll actually find out it turns out to be more of a channel, kind of like this. We're just on the low range of it, like this. But if we close the candle above this trend line, then great, we got more upside. If not, then I'd be looking for these other areas about 1380, somewhere through there, which I think it'd be a cool place to pick up a little bit more. Sucks because I bought right here. So how far am I down now? 20%. So if it does come down here, I'll add to that bag. And that way when we come back up here, I can get about a 38 to 40% return on that portion of the bag. Anyway, lower my entry and get me back in the profit quicker. So should technically kind of put me back into profit somewhere around here. Road Dog was my exit liquidity. Hey, any way I can help you out. There's a half Loki. Dude. Half Loki? Loki 5.0? Are you trolling me? Oh, let's go take a look. How do we get out of the screen? I hit escape, right? This is not trading view. This is what is this? Get me out of here. Dude, seriously. Let's do this. Let's duplicate. Ow. So this is Floki's safe move. Since while we're here, she's going sideways through all this crap. It's just going sideways. Go figure. Not a bad little area. That's about like a 786 retracement there. I think I already did put my buy in for this. We're still just sideways. I'm just playing around with that one a little bit. So we were looking for half Floki. Is it called half Floki or Floki 0. There it is. Where'd he go? Here, Floki. Here, boy. Where'd you go, Floki? Okay. Well, at least I'm seeing something on the chart. So we had all this, right? Is that back in February? Floki has been half. Floki's been around since then, right? Got up to 8.5, 9 cents, almost. Oh, look. It just died. Died again, and then it died one more time. You think it couldn't die anymore? It died one more time. So wow, took a hit today, got down to 0.0036 area. Currently at 0049. So from where it is to get back where it was, about a 28%er. Well, I mean, it is what it is. Let's see. Oh man, did I do it on this one too? How did I get in this chart? How do I get out of here? There it is. That's the magic button. Gotcha. Oh, you got a different contract on there? No, that was it. 560. Okay, I got the wrong one. Cool. I believe it. Have Floki. Something I have been picking up lately. I tried to pick up some more today, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't use Uniswap on this particular pool. I don't know why. I don't know what that says or whatever. It wasn't Uniswap. I think it had something to do with the pool, but it's Unibot. I should have it on this list. But she's being a little bit more juicy. Dude, I know you're on this list. So got down to my buy zones back here. She did great. Went up to 246. And then the world ended and she fell. So basically broke market structure right there. And this is available over on MEXC. Retested the 618 yesterday and today on the daily chart. Trying to catch it. I was trying to catch it here at $1.55, $1.56, and it just would not let me have it. Now that looks kind of bearish, but the 9 and the 21, they're still right where they're supposed to be, lined right over each other. It's not a cross. They're just bending with the wind there, baby. I think this baby is going to bounce back up and continue up, just on a different channel. To me, I think this one's in a nice juicy area to pick up, add to your bag a little bit. Get back up to its previous high. It's a nice 50% return, and it goes back up to 241. Unibot. One of the reasons why I do like Unibot. is that there's only 1 million maximum supply and 1 million out in circulating supply. Market cap is 162 million. And full bull market, you can, possibility of a 10x from this, at least, I'm thinking. A 1 billion market cap for a coin, well, that's kind of normal for a lot of them nowadays, but especially in a bull market. And for Unibot, something that's got a bit of a use case. I haven't done a big, deep dive on it, but I like what I've seen enough to want to start dipping my toes in. Because I think this one can actually make some nice numbers there. And since I didn't get to buy it at $2.46 3 months ago, I get to buy it at higher prices. Grizz, exposing your gems? Peppy 2.0. Man, I have not played with Peppy 2.0 in a little bit. Well, a drop, but not too horrible. Just kind of back to where we were, a little bit lower, but it's got some nice signs here on the 12 hours. Market Cipher likes it, says, hey, maybe want to do something. Ichimoku Cloud says, we'll talk about it. Might be ready to do something, maybe. What does the 4 hour look like? I'm kind of digging this new cool RSI we've got, or the update for it, whatever. Very nice. Shows you the little buy zones there. Likes it. So the cool thing I see on the 4 hour for Peppy 2.0 is that it is breaking above the 9 moving average on the 4 hour. Flipping it, in my opinion, officially bullish for an upward trend. Or usually when your first indicators of a trend change is when we flip that moving average. Not always. I mean, you'll see it come above it a little bit, but you just gotta, if you're coming down to the bottom somewhere and flipping above it, get a candle close above it, good chance, especially if there's some bullish divergence somewhere. Not right here. Momentum wave and then our price action. Also on the histogram. MACD looks ready to rock. It's already had a bearish cross or bullish cross there. It made me think Peppy 2.0 looks like a pretty good possible trade to look at. It gets above this current support area or the resistance area right here that we're right now below. Flip that again. That little line. Get above there. I think we got a good shot. Be a slow mover probably for a little bit, but I like that double bottom scenario. How is Doge doing? Ooh, yummy, yummy. Man, I wish I'd been set up for that. 5.5 cent Doge. Truly rare. So, in my opinion, with this, we've got a falling wedge, and you could also see it as a falling channel too. But we got a number of touches there. Qualify this as a falling wedge, which typically has 64% chance to come back and retest the breakout area or the trend line. Hopefully the same spot. And that was actually the area that was flirting with right there, but breaking through, we did bounce off right this trend line area, so cool. Just some things that show some confluence that these areas, these wicks that we've had down there, those should be some local bottoms, and we should start getting some more upward movement. Now, it may not be crazy, we may just be like dead cat bounces or something, just coming up so far and coming back down. Or, actually going up. But right now, there should be some fairly decent opportunities. I wouldn't say they're like day trades so much, but there should be a few little good swing trades out there for some that are set up to go up a little bit. Like this one from where it's at, about 14%. Now, Doge on the daily, clearly that idea did not play out. Can you still come down more, Doge? It does look like it may come back down to this juicy little area or lower. Let's go down to the 4 hour. Check this out. Ichimoku Cloud agrees. So we are getting a little bit of ground here, but mostly just probably a bear flag. Price is above the non-moving average. That's cool. Stochastics are kind of extended right now. Other indicators want to go out. It may bounce up to the upside a little bit, but making it back into this trend line is kind of doubtful. So rejection at the 21, or after that goes sideways and then maybe come up and retest the 50. But it's like we didn't make our new lows there. So something along the lines of that could be possible if we do break to the upside, but it should, it could very well. Most of the time, these patterns just break straight down. But it looks like it's got a little gas in the tank right now, the 4 hour. So may see something interesting out of this. This is one of those scenarios where when you got a bearish pattern that breaks to the upside, we've talked about that, you see parabolic movement, which for this one, would just take it right back where we probably need it to go to get rejected. So he gets a strong spurt up, I guess you'd say. Although this is kind of juicy. I like these wicks. Personally, I like these wicks for local bottoms. So let's zoom out and take a little closer look on this. Weekly says go down. So that's got the most influence, which it did, but still more to come maybe. 3 day says go down. Hours say come up. Daily getting ready to say come up. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of what I see kind of happening here. Good possibility to come up to these higher areas. 50 will probably come down through here. So those curve out and get rejected there, and then probably come back down to these same areas, and we'll have to see if we go down further from that or not. So what was that, a 9, almost 10% move? Might make a nice one. And then maybe a short from those areas could give you another 15 to 18%. Stricker says, I was watching XRP when everything was dumping, and it was wild seeing bulls keep the price above 48 cents. That is kind of wild when, when they put those sell walls up and hold price up. B-Chain looking juicy. Sin's looking pretty good too. I think I may have to visit this one again. Kind of grab a little bit at these juicy little prices right now. Stricker said there was a few wicks down, but none of it lasts long enough for my orders to fill. Oh, but you tried. You tried. Total 2 market cap. Man, oh man. So just like Total 3, they're basically the same shape and everything. Looking at the same idea for that inverted head and shoulders. I think this one actually got invalidated. Oh. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. Sucks so much. No altcoin season? Oh, man. All right. Well, now we're left with this sucky ass symmetrical freaking triangle. Or worse. We're range bound, apparently. And range bound to the downside, it appears. Just not looking good for altcoins. Just throwing that out there. You guys probably already figured it out by now. But mostly we're gonna be ranging. Ranging. I know I'm going to hear about this one from somebody. I always look at these for being top patterns. Even though it's a top from this, we're at a bottom. Not where you usually find head and shoulders. That's just kind of odd to me. Last time I've seen these, they went to the upside. So just to throw that out there, I don't know. I've heard it said, you know, sometimes these people behind coins get with the market makers and things like that, and get with some of the pattern guys and trying to strike up a deal or something, you know, they've actually asked them, tell me what kind of pattern that you want me to print out. Like, they have the ability to, the market makers, I guess, have the ability to influence how some of these candles and patterns play out. Interesting thought, anyway. But it does have the characteristics, other than it being, you know, it's not at a top, it's at a bottom, but it has the characteristics of a Head and Shoulders, which would normally give us a giant loss in altcoins. But realistically, that would take us down 217 billion. Yeah, we don't want that. I would much rather lose just half of that amount. If we have to lose anything at all, could just bounce right off of here and be totally happy. Bitcoin, I'm just really hoping that you did not screw me on my short. I think you did me right. Or you probably just got me at the same area that I was in. I can't really tell at the moment. Well, it should be an interesting weekend, guys, with the low liquidity. So one of the things that's kind of being tossed out there that it's kind of coming into play is the low liquidity in Bitcoin, leaving us susceptible to big drops like this when there are sell-offs, right? So that's something that we got to contend with. As there is lower liquidity, as there's fewer Bitcoin available to be put on exchanges, and as more of us are self-custodying them, that creates situations where we can have some higher volatility, and you know, sometimes I like that volatility. So we could see it should be interesting how this plays out in the early part of this, you know, or the rest of this cycle until the halving and a little bit beyond. Because I think we'll see some volatile movements like this happen more and more often. And that particular drop was, you know, that's a 13% drop. Not too bad. But I remember even during the bull market at the FT pool, I think it was close to a 40% drop. Somewhere in the high 30s anyway, a much bigger drop than that. So this wasn't that bad. It wasn't fun, and a drop was expected, but that big of a drop, I did not see it coming. 27,000 is that's 200 moving average. That area is as low as I expected. I didn't think we would plow through that. Gosh, you would think it'd be a lot of sell pressure, right? Like all this volume over here. Not that much. Not that much to drive price all the way down. So interesting. Aliens. Stop loss orders. Yes, sir. Hey, David Martinson, welcome to the show, man. Haven't seen you here before, but I'm glad you're here now. Unfortunately, it is getting closer and closer to my bedtime. But as the weekend comes and we do have lower volatility, just trading carefully, just be cautious. Personally, for this point in the market, I think it's a good idea to if you got your favorite projects and things, DCA, look at DCA. And trading right now, I'm just kind of waiting for the market to settle a little bit. I am doing some very degen things on this 1 minute chart with Bitcoin. But that's just me playing around with a tiny amount just for fun. But otherwise, I'm not actively looking for like any short-term trade setups. Just kind of let things settle, let the dust settle for a few days, and see how this weekend plays out. He pronounced my last name perfectly. Well, there's something that does not happen every day at all. All right, guys, I appreciate you for being here, and catch you again tomorrow night. But trade carefully, trade wisely, and we'll see you then. Have a good night, guys.
Come on, come here, boy. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Feet eye off the ground, you ain't no one. You a star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you wish really was part your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging for my notice? Promise you're the same, running for the meds. Show you like my vibe, that's my candy on my wrist.